Hi, everyone. The feature race on Saturday in Southern California is the $75,000 E.B. Johnston Stakes. It's a 1 mile dirt race for California breds 3 and up, and it's named for Elwood B. Johnston, otherwise known as the Pie Man. He was the founder of Old English Rancho Breeding Farm, which once upon a time was one of the top breeding farms in California. It's nice to have a stakes race named after E.B. Johnston, a little bit of California history. Before we talk about who's in the race on Saturday, and a good field of 6, including 3 top ones that we'll talk about, I just want to briefly mention 3 leading Calbreds who are not in the race and are pointing in different directions. First of all, Fashionably Fast, a 6-time stakes winner. He is headed for the Harris Farm Stakes on October 8th at Fresno. Hail Freedom, he's won 4 in a row for trainer Doug O'Neill, and I won't be at all surprised if O'Neill takes a shot with Hail Freedom in the Grade 1 Awesome Again on October 1st at Santa Anita. Plans are to be determined for Hail Freedom, but the Awesome Again might be a good spot for that sharp frontrunner to take a shot in. And finally, Slow Down Andy. He won the Grade 2 Del Mar Derby in early September at Del Mar. He was nominated to the E.B. Johnston, but they're going to wait, and we'll find out where Slow Down Andy goes. He's also trained by Doug O'Neill. So Fashionably Fast, Hail Freedom, and Slow Down Andy are not in the E.B. Johnston Stakes on Saturday, but 3 other very good horses are among the field of 6. And let's go ahead and take a look at the lineup. It's race number 8 on Saturday, 1-mile dirt race for Calbreds, older Calbreds 3 and up. And the 3 principals are the horse on the rail, a sprinter named Big City Light, stretching out for the first time, the Chosen Vron, a graded stakes winner, making his 3rd start back from a comeback, and multiple stakes winner Desmond Doss, who has something that his 2 main rivals do not, and that is proven form over the Los Alamitos racetrack. He started 3 times at Los Alamitos and won 2 of them. Okay, let's first talk about the most important horse in the race. And you've heard me say this before. To me, the most important horse in any race is the horse who sets the pace or expected to set the pace. And in this case, it's number 1, Big City Lights. Big City Lights won his first 2 starts a year ago at age 2 by a combined margin of nearly 20 lengths. And he looked like he was going to be a 2-year-old superstar, but a knee chip ended his campaign. He was turned out. They did arthroscopic surgery, took out the chip, and he came back for a new trainer, previously trained by Luis Mendez, now trained by Dick Mandela. And Big City Lights in his comeback on October 5th at Del Mar, Mandela appointed him for the Real Good Deal Stakes. 3-year-old Calbreds sprinting 7 furlongs, and Big City Lights as the 7-5 favorite. He took the lead, as he does, and he was gone. And that's a good horse chasing him home. The runner-up in the Real Good Deal is none other than Slow Down Andy, who returned in his very next start to win the Grade 2 Del Mar Derby. So an excellent comeback by Big City Lights. That was his first start since last June. He has trained well since then. And the question for Big City Lights is, can he carry his speed 2 turns? Well, the last 3 winners of the E.B. Johnston Stakes were all stretching out from sprints. This race has been won by 3-year-olds, and Big City Lights is facing older stakes rivals for the first time, but age is not really a huge challenge with regards to this stakes race. So Big City Lights, the most important horse in the race, because he is going to bust out of there from the inside post under Juan Hernandez, and he will lead the field as far as he can. This will be his first start at Los Alamitos, and if he can get the distance, Big City Lights could be long gone. But as I mentioned earlier, the only horse of the 3 main contenders in this field who has established form at Los Alamitos is Desmond Doss. And let's go ahead and take a look at the last time Desmond Doss ran at Los Alamitos. It was in the Bertrando Stakes in June, and he won by 3/4 the length. He was the 1-2 favorite. So you think, well, geez, how do you 1-2, he's supposed to win by a bigger margin than 3/4 of a length. But the horse behind him, he also is a good horse, Fashionably Fast, 6-time stakes winner, and Desmond Doss held him off the length of the lane. 2 wins from 3 starts at Los Alamitos for Desmond Doss, who is 7 for 20 in his career. He did take 2 months off, and he returned last month in a 2 other than at Del Mar. He did not run that well, Desmond Doss, but he was maybe outclassed. I suspect that N2X sprint was nothing more than a prep race for the E.B. Johnston on Saturday. Desmond Doss, who was ridden by Juan Hernandez in his 2 previous wins, will be ridden instead by Drayden Van Dyke. And Desmond Doss, with proven form over the Los Alamitos racetrack, he is one of 3 top contenders in the race. The one that I like the most, his name is the Chosen Vron. He's trained by Eric Kruljack. He's a 4-year-old gelding by Vronsky, and this horse began his career winning 4 of his first 5 starts, including a pair of grade 3s as a 3-year-old. And then after a stakes win last fall at Turf Paradise, the Chosen Vron was laid up. He had a disease called OCD, and what it is a disease that affects the joints and cartilage in a joint of a racehorse. The lesions were removed, and the Chosen Vron made his comeback in the Cal Dreamin' Stakes at Del Mar. This was in early August at Del Mar, his first start since November. The Chosen Vron down inside, buried in traffic. He's waiting for room under Hector this was actually Umberto Rispoli was aboard him this time, the Chosen Vron. And maybe with a clean trip, he could have won the Cal Dreamin'. It doesn't really matter for our conversation today. He ran well in his comeback. His first start since November, he finished 3rd across the wire in a photo finish. In his very next start, he ran in the Grade 2 Pat O'Brien Stakes, and he was just outclassed in that field. That race was won by Laurel River, who is poised to become an important horse this fall. So the Chosen Vron, with that good turf comeback under his belt, and then he's cut back to a sprint and finished a creditable 5th in the Pat O'Brien. He's taken a huge class drop from grade 2 into a $75,000 stakes race for Calbreds. And if Big City Lights does not stay the trip, I think that the Chosen Vron can wear him down. The truth of the matter is any of the 3 top principals can win this race. Big City Lights could wire the field. Desmond Doss could rally for the win over a track we know he likes. If you're looking for a crazy horse at a price, maybe number 6, Love, trained by John Sadler. And the last 2 Saturdays have gone very well for the Sadler stable. 2 weeks ago, it was Flightline winning the Pacific Classic. Last weekend, it was Brand winning a $1 million turf sprint at Kentucky Downs. So Sadler's going to try to keep the momentum going with a $75,000 stakes race on Saturday at Los Alamitos. And Love will be coming from the clouds under Edwin Maldonado. But the horse I like the most is the horse with the fewest uncertainties. We know he can run long. He's making his 3rd start back from a layoff. He has the highest last out speed figure in the field, a 96 buyer earned in the Pat O'Brien. The Chosen Vron shipped early to Los Alamitos. In fact, he worked a half mile early this week in 46 and change. So he is on his toes, ready to stretch back out. I like the Chosen Vron to win the E.B. Johnston Stakes. It's race number 8 on Saturday at Los Alamitos.